Hi there, I'm Katie and welcome to my book nook. So today we have a little bit of a different scenery. This is our spare bedroom, or it's the cat's room. The cats have taken over. There's cat hair everywhere, there's torn up curtains, there's dirt all over the bedspread. But I figured this is going to be a little bit of a different video that I'm trying out, something new, so it deserved a new background, change of scenery. So what we're going to be doing today is reviewing my reads for February and how I would rank them overall for which are my favorites, which are my least favorites, which ones I'd read again, which ones I wouldn't read again, and all that jazz. The whole shebang. So, to start off, we will review the 4 books that I read. I wanted to read more, but Bookstore is crazy. Trying to start a bookstore, any business in general, is insane. So, the 4 books that I read are A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I read The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. I don't have this book anymore because I had to return it. It was Act Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert. And then also, I read Janet Ivanovich's One for the Money, start of her Stephanie Plum series. Now, overall, not bad. I read some decent books. 2 of them were arcs, 2 of them were books that I've been meaning to read for a while, 1 of them was a reread. Let's start at the bottom. This one. Mystery was fine. Overall, mystery is fine. It was dated. It's very much, the characters are dated. So that's my issue with it, was just kind of, it was fine. You know, I probably wouldn't reread it again, but I may actually go through and finish the series or gradually go through. It was a very easy read, so that was nice. Kind of just breezed through, got that done. But yeah, this was definitely the bottom of the pile for me. But again, it's not the bottom because it's terrible, it's just the bottom because it just wasn't as good as the other books I happened to read this month. I think the next one has got to be The Lost Apothecary, is in the number 3 position, 3 out of 4 of the books I read. Because I loved the ending. Loved the ending. I cannot tell you how much I loved the ending. But the first half of the book really did drone a lot. You really had to get through that, like push yourself through that to get to the good parts. So I very much think that this is going to have to be in the 3 because as much as I enjoyed the ending, the beginning could have done more work. Definitely could have done some more work. It's kind of eh. The second is going to be Act Your Age, Eve Brown. Again, I'll pop the cover up somewhere. That one is definitely up there. It was so good. I just loved the concept of it. I loved the inclusivity of it and how the fact that they were trying to normalize things that people would consider not normal, but it's just different than what society calls normal. So I loved that book in all its aspect, and it was funny. It was funny as all get out, and I love really reacting to a book and laughing at it and smiling and all that kind of stuff. So that one definitely got pushed up higher from the very start. It was a very good book. And that one, I really want to read the other 2 books in that series that are about her sisters. That one makes me really excited because I'm definitely going to go with those. And I actually will probably buy a copy to keep for myself because that was so good. So that leaves the number 1 spot. So speaking of loving to react in real time and out loud to a book, this series is so good. So this one is a reread. Funny story, I started reading this series forever ago after reading some of the Throne of Glass series, her other series. I really thought I'd read all 3, like number 1, number 2, number 3, so A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, and then A Court of... I am blanking on what it is called right now, but I'll put it on the screen. Court of Wings and Ruin, of course. Sorry. Her books are on the list and on the back. So I could have just looked there. So Court of Thorns and Roses, Court of Mist and Fury, and Court of Wings and Ruin. Courts. Those three. I was so convinced. Until I got to the end of this book and I was like, oh my god, I don't remember anything else. That's as far as I remember. That's it. Wait, that can't be it. Because I read the third one, didn't I? Didn't I? I did not read the third one, apparently. So, whoops, my bad. But I have read this before, so it was a nice refresher with, especially since I'm working my way up to reading the new one that just came out, The Court of Silver Flames? Oh my goodness, why can't I remember these titles? So I have all the books except for the newest one, but I should be getting the newest one here shortly. So I'm gonna go through, hopefully within the next month or two, and finish up this series and actually get to the new one, but actually get past this. I keep doing this. I've discovered that there are multiple series where I thought that I had finished it, or at least read up to a certain point, and I realized that I didn't. In a lot of the cases, I do actually own the books, I just never got around to reading them. So, that's unfortunate. But I'm definitely going to be finishing this series. It makes me laugh, it makes me cry, it is written so well, I just react out loud, but I get so just like animated. Like I'm as I'm reading the books, I want to like do something as the character do something, and I'm just like yelling at the books, I'm crying and I'm screaming and I'm just like, oh my god, this is insane. That's my kind of book. When it's such good storytelling that I physically have to get up and do something because I can't stand to just sit there. Like, I have to react in some way or form to just do something because it's working me up so much I can't just sit still. So that's why this is in the #1 spot. And honestly, it was just as good reading it the second time as I read the first time. Same for the first book. So probably going to reread at some point, because if she keeps coming out with more and more and more books, I'm gonna have to reread them at some point because I'll end up forgetting stuff. No, this isn't everyone's cup of tea, so this is... Hello, Percy. Hello. Hi, Percy. But yes, I know that the high fantasy fae thing isn't everybody's cup of tea, so this isn't supposed to be like, these are the best order. No, this is just me personally, what my views are and what my preferences are, what I would rank them at. So of course, feel free to disagree and read the books yourself and decide that that's not what you think is the order of which ones are the best. You're so needy. Hi, I know. What? What? Do you hear a truck? So yeah, I figured I'd just start these monthly just recaps on what books I read, what I would rank them at, because I already have a top 10 on the website over like what are my favorite ones for the year. But this way it'll give you guys a more narrowed down perspective of where things fall as I read them. Anyway, so let me know, guys, if this is the kind of videos that you find interesting, you know, seeing what I've read, what I think overall, and kind of updates throughout the year on what I've been reading, what I hope to be reading, and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, so #4, #3, #2, and #1. I'm gonna have a yearly one, so this is just for the month of February. I'm sure this is bound to change throughout the year because we're barely into 2021. Alright, say bye, Percy! Say bye! Say bye! Chocolate face. Chocolate face. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Right, Percy? Right, Percy? We'll see them again.